basically sums it up. Anyways, finished watching the cartoon. It was Anderson Silva versus Demanian Maia. Anderson Silva clowning pretty much from the start. It was just. If you want to torture an MMA fan, make them watch that fight because that's what it is. It's torture. The fight can be basically summed up as Anderson probably from about round 3 onwards being able to finish it at will and not doing it, not engaging, getting angry at Damian Maia every time Maia went for a takedown. And all I have to say to that is, you're not playing his game, why should he play yours? And it's kind of about it on the whole. People are going to say Anderson, like, there are some Anderson defenders, which is the weird thing, that say, Demian Maia should have engaged more. There is no fault on Demian Maia in this fight. Demian Maia showed more heart, more respect than was probably warranted for the situation. My respect for Anderson, as not skill wise, but as a fighter, as a person, has gone pretty well down the crapper. I still respect that he is the best middleweight in the world right now, possibly ever. And actually, probably ever. But you would think, like, the whole fight, if this had been a live fight and I wasn't watching a recording, I would have been praying for Demian Maia to knock him out. Not even submit him, but to make him, regret this performance by knocking his ass out. Because you'd think, the Talos latest one would have been suspicion. The Patrick Cote clowning would have been, suspicion. I mean, I understand you're not happy with the matchup, but that's who you got. Who did you want? Dan Henderson's gone. Rich Franklin, you kicked his ass. Marquardt just lost to Sonnen. Sonnen's too injured to fight you. Vitor Belfort's injured. You were fighting Demian Maia. Live with it. Beat him. Prove that he wasn't in your class. That he was not in your league. Just stop him. Get out of there. And you know what? You can say whatever you will outside of the cage about how this fight was ridiculous. You don't go in there and insult people who paid money to see you in that fight. Maybe they didn't pay to see that fight, but they did not deserve 25 minutes of that crap. People are like, well, then don't buy the pay-per-view. You know what? Then you know what? What if there's a fight you want to see on the main card? What if there's a lot of fights? I mean, that's like me not ordering UFC 113 because Kimbo's fighting Matt Mitrione on the main card. I don't want to see that fight. I don't care for that fight. That fight can be on the undercard if it wants, but I'm going to see that fight. You know what? The rest of the main card, awesome. That's all there is to it. It's a jip that Tom Lawler and Tim Crater isn't on the main card, but that's a side note. And I'll talk about that when UFC 113 is closer. There's nothing you can say into the defense of this crap. There just isn't. It's terrible. It sends a terrible message to, worldwide MMA fans that, hey, if we come to your country, we will put Anderson Silva on the card, and he will basically show everyone, that this is a joke. And, he takes away from Frank Edgar's lightweight win, because people aren't going to talk about that. Perhaps the biggest upset in a while since George St. Pierre bat Sarah in the UFC. And because we had this crap. It does terrible things, I think, for worldwide acceptance of MMA. I understand the point that this is not sports entertainment, this is sports, and thus it is his right to choose to do whatever he wants. And it is his right. He chose to do that, and you can't legally tell him he can't do that. That being said, it's disrespectful in a sport that is built on respect. It's disrespectful to Maia, disrespectful to fans, disrespectful to the UFC, which may have earned it, but Demi and Maia did nothing to earn this. Fans did nothing to earn this. And, there's nothing else to say. It's just frustration all the way through. It's annoying. Hopefully they don't do the GSP Anderson Silva fight now because I think that's rewarding stupidity. I'm done.